This comic is like Drake. It goes from 0 to 100 real quick. I mean, real quick. So it's going to be a little bit slow in the beginning. Please stay with me. It's going to be worth it at the end. My name is Dorian. This is SEM Comics. We are continuing our coverage of the Fall of X with Uncanny Avengers #4. Our story starts off at Empire State University, where the Simpleton is giving a science speech to some postgrads. Now, this is what bothers me about this dude. He doesn't even take the time to cover up the club on his forehead. Or sinister, he would take the time, put on a mask or put on some makeup or something like that and assume a different identity. Not this dude. Now, I know we live in a world where face tattoos are definitely a thing, and it's way more accepted than it used to be. But come on, man, you're supposed to be a scientist. You got a club on your forehead. Anyway, he decides to make the mistake to actually start entertaining some questions. And the first question he hears is, so you were at the Hellfire Gala that night at the Mutant Massacre. Were you not, Dr. Stasis? And the simple thing goes, well, I met questions about the genetics lecture. And then the voice goes, you said, quote, the humans were all dead by the time Orchis arrived. Did you want to amend that statement now? And then the simple thing gets serious and he goes, who, my ass, wants to know? And if you've been paying attention to the series, you know who this is. We turn the page and it's Ben Urich of the Daily Bugle. So now the simpleton's like toes and elbows trying to get out of there, and Ben Urich's there behind him, and he goes, a witness to the events of the massacre has come forward. And Simpleton's like, you can't seriously take a mutant's word. And then Ben Urich goes, the witness is human. And now you're starting to see veins come around that club tattoo because he knows they f***ed up. So now that he's backed in the corner, he gets the proverbial threat talking about, be careful about your clickbait, Mr. Urich. You might get more than what you bargained for. And Ben Urich is unfazed as he's been doing this thing with these supervillains for a while now. And he goes, gotcha, weird beard. You can read about it in the Bugle tomorrow. So now the story switches to Camp Lehigh. That's where the Mutant Liberation Front's at. Still feels weird saying that. You have the fake Captain Krakoa talking to his troops, and he's like, you guys got your orders. If we don't rendezvous back at the rendezvous point, that means I was killed checking out the Orchis satellite. He's not going after the Orchis satellite. And then the Blob has like the mind of a kid, and he goes, thanks, Cyclops. And Captain Krakoa was like, of course. You're a good soldier. So he flies off and he gets a phone call from the Simpleton. He goes, Captain Krakoa, thanks for taking my call. And the fake Captain Krakoa goes, been busy. And the Simpleton, he don't even miss words. He goes, what the hell do you need with a nuke? And he goes, insurance. And the Simpleton's like, oh, I see. You feel like you don't need Orchis. Well, just to let you know, a reporter came by asking questions about you and about your identity. Now, I know you wanted nobody to know who you were, but maybe somebody you trusted might have talked. He goes, the reporter's name is Ben Urich. Maybe in our mutual best interest, you might want to stop by and talk to him. Simpleton out. I know it just says Stasis out, but you know how I feel about that dude. And then the first thing out of his mouth goes, damn it, Andrea. Now, if you kept up with the last episode, we know she didn't talk. She got slapped next Tuesday and she still didn't talk. So now it switches, actually it doesn't switch. We're right in the same spot that we were. Captain Krakoa leaves and our heroes have arrived. Now, the way that our heroes found their hideout is when they were slapping up the one of the twins, Quicksilver slipped his Avengers ID card, which obviously has a tracking device on it. So then Deadpool's like, are you good, Cap? And he goes, yeah, I was here a long time ago. And then Deadpool's like, I'm not surprised, it's old just like you. So Wildside's the first one to notice that somebody's there because, you know, obviously he sniffed them out. And he goes, hey, look alive, we got company, but it's already too late because Black Widow's behind him with a gun to the back of his head talking about surrender. So Wildside goes, my mutant gift lets me crack open that brain of yours and pull out the worst suffering stuff that you have in there. So then Black Widow starts seeing her Red Room training. She sees herself killing people when she was a kid and all kinds of other crazy stuff. She starts laughing, looks and goes, cute trick, starts capping Wildside. And then he goes, huh. Usually that works. So now Monet is standing on Wildside and is like, where's the nukes at? And he spits right in her face and says, go to hell. So now obviously she's pissed and she's like, I'm gonna pry all that information out of you. So Psylocke walks over and is like, mind if I cut in? And uses her psionic size, puts it in his head and goes, he knows nothing. So then Blob comes out of nowhere, which is a very hard thing to do because he is very big. And he's like, Monet and Psylocke, we expected better from both of you. So then Captain America comes out of nowhere with his shield and takes the brunt of all that force, all that weight, and all that power coming down. It cracks the ground. So while all that is going on, he's having a conversation with the Blob, and he's like, my teammates say you're a reasonable man. You just need to know that you are on the wrong side. And then Blob's like, I got nothing to prove to the likes of you. So then Cap's like, Mr. Dukes, the man in that Krakoan suit is not Cyclops. And then Rogue chimes in and she's like, Fred, I know we all been through the ringer, but you need to trust us on this. And as soon as he said that, she got hit with a beam. So you know where that came from. The Wonder Twins. So they start shooting at everybody, and they're mainly shooting at Monet because, you know, Monet slapped the hell out of her. And Andreas is like, you can't dodge forever. And Monet's like, I just wanted your eyes on me. And then Quicksilver's like, I think it's time we disarm you. And Andreas is like, oh. And Andreas like, and Psylocke comes down and cuts off both of their arms. So then Quicksilver's running around with a bunch of bandages, and he goes, can't you telepathically cut off their ability to feel pain? And Psylocke, cold as hell, goes, I could. Yes. Now all I'm thinking to myself is, when the hell did Quicksilver get so soft? I mean, his daddy used to be Magneto. Like, you know, I know they retconned him, but still. Like, he shouldn't be this soft. So while Quicksilver's wrapping him up, you got Deadpool talking about, Wade, it's me, Steve. I know what the hell last time you volunteered, but I need you back on the Unity Squad. There's always a job that only you can handle. Let's find out together, he says, as he throws away both of their arms. So I guess through all that, the Blob finally sees the light, and he starts talking to Rogue, and he goes, whoever Captain Krakoa is, he said the nuke was for Dr. Stasis. He's on his way to deploy it against Orchis' space station. So then she goes, wait, Bargain Bin Sinister. Ladies and gentlemen, he is no longer the simpleton. You will not hear those words come out of my mouth anymore. He is now Bargain Bin Sinister. Anyway, she goes, he's giving some kind of speech at Empire State University later. Wait, you don't think he would? So the Cap's like, I know who he is, and I know we're in the wrong place. Rogue, Quicksilver, get the ESU now. The rest of you are with me. Blob, we'll talk about what you did later. Right now, we need to get in this jet because we got 2 emergencies in New York. So the Rogue's like, are we racing? And Quicksilver's like, not on your best day, sugar. So obviously they get there super quick. And then Bargain Bin Sinister is giving his speech. And he goes, excuse me, the room just got a lot more dangerous. He's like, I don't know what you two are doing here. And they're just ignoring the hell out of him. And Rogue's like, find it, Pedro. So he starts zipping around and he finds it underneath the stage. And Bargain Bin Sinister is like, well, that's unfortunate news. And then Rogue's like, I guess you don't approve of this part of Captain Krakoa's plan. And then Bargain Bin Sinister is hauling toes and elbows. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So the Rogue's like, all right, let's get this out of the city. And then Quicksilver stops her and is like, wait, is booby trapped? And goes, Captain America, we located the device, but we're probably going to need Captain Krakoa to disarm it. So now we cut to the Daily Bugle, and we have Ben Urich reading his early edition as a fake Captain Krakoa comes smashing through the window. And he's like, Ben Urich, you're an old problem that nobody has fixed yet. And as he's choking out Ben Urich, all you see is a red, white, and blue coming through the background, and Captain America comes smashing through the windows right on fake Captain Krakoa. But he hits them so hard that they go through the office and out the other side of the building. So now they land on top of a roof of a smaller building hard. And Cap's like, and now tell me how to disarm the bomb. So the fake Captain Krakoa is not even phased because he's in that Krakoan suit. And he goes, not even your pet telepaths could pry the information from me. You're just going to have to poke around at the bomb. So he starts to fly away. Captain America grabs his leg. He kicks him and he goes, what a disgrace. Killing you would be a mercy, but I don't intend to give that to this country. So obviously Cap is Cap. He lands on his feet. And he goes, you don't get to pass judgment over me or my countrymen. You're a traitor. He throws the shield. Fake Captain Krakoa catches it and was like, I'm not relitigating the past. I'm gonna smash what doesn't work and reforge this broken world. So he throws the shield, takes out Widow, takes out Monet. If you don't know who it is, you should know by now. He takes out Psylocke and then he catches it and he goes, before this world can heal, the rot must be cleaned out and then the wounds cauterized by fire. So now Deadpool knows who this is and he goes, please tell me this isn't him. He's like, hello again, Wade. I thought you were a soldier with a decent head on your shoulders, but here you are again following Rogers. So then he throws the shield and cuts Deadpool in half. He goes, damn it, BRB. And it slides off the shield. So the Captain America catches him good in the stomach. He goes, I don't want to believe it. How are you alive? And he pretty much beats the suit off of him. And he goes, nice hand, Steve. Yeah, it's me. And we turn the page and we see that it's Steve-ul. And Ernie from Blurb Without Fear had this figured out since the first issue. Here I am, all hale and hearty, your Hydra Rays counterpart, Steve Rogers. The ethno state of Krakoa brought you back after your recent demise. Now maybe I am, but I don't think that I'm the only person that don't know what ethno state is. I can't, since I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that don't know what that means. I looked it up for you guys, so you don't have to. A sovereign state where citizenship is restricted to the members of a particular racial or ethnic group, which breaks down Krakoa exactly. Steve, you smart Hydra bastard, you. And if you're wondering what he's talking about Captain America coming back from the dead, that happened in Judgment Day when Krakoa brought him back and he came out with his shield. Everybody else just comes out naked, but he had his shield with him. Like, what the hell's going on? If you're gonna bring back Thor, you're gonna come out with his hammer. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't. Comics. So why he's talking big? Because it's Hydra Cap. He always talks big. He develops a gun because he still has on the Krakoan suit, and then he shoots Cap in the face. I don't know how this last issue is going to end, but it should be a good one.